Yo, West, Togo, Togo, you sleeping?
Hey, I got you, man. You thought I was sleeping now.
Hey,
I
what's up,
wasn't
Togo?
sleeping, boy. The West never sleep, dog. What it
Yeah.
do?
Hey, Togo, I've just finished all the mastering, man. Finally,
Oh,
it's all
hell
done.
yeah. That's what's up, bro.
From
That's
the
good news,
intro
man, G.
to the end. Well, we already had El Rey, your single
Yeah,
for it.
we got a video for that too. But
Yeah,
hell yeah, man. That's what's up, bro. I've been waiting to hear these shits, bro. Been
yeah.
waiting.
Man, I love the art cover too. Who did it?
Bro, the arc up. I got a homie, man. I met him through IG, Drift Smoke. Shout out to the homie Drift Smoke. Drift Smoke Graphics is what you can find him under on IG. I met him through his brother. That's a long story in itself. His little brother actually listened to my music, listened to me and my boy Hectic. Yeah, he bumped our shit and he told his older brother about us. And his older brother, a tattoo artist, does graphics and stuff. And he followed me one day and I seen his graphics like on behind his name. So I hit him up. I'm like, hey, dog, you do graphics? He's like, yeah. I'm like, hey, I got an EP coming out. I'm trying to do some shit because I seen his work was like on some Aztec shit. So he was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm sure I got you. Let me know what's up." He's like, "My brother is the one that actually showed me your shit." So, long story short, bro, I didn't hear from him for a couple months. After we had talked that day, I'd already given him the explanation of what I wanted and stuff. So then, I didn't talk to him for a couple months. A couple months go by, and I actually moved on with somebody else, a couple people actually, and I just couldn't get it done. And one person was, I just asked that dude, and the next day I get the artwork from the guy. He calls me. He's like, "Yo, I got this
Yeah.
shit. Like my bad, you know what I mean?" His brother actually had passed away, so that's why I didn't hear from him. So rest in peace to his brother, man. And yeah, bro. If it wasn't for his brother, bro, I would have never met this guy. I would never had this artwork. I'd have some artwork from somebody else. I'm not saying that artwork would have been better, but or not better, or whatever the case is. But this shit came out sick, bro. He gave me the cover, gave me the back cover, and he gave me pictures for each track of the EP. And if you follow me on IG, you'll see that I've been posting each pick like every other day leading up to the release, kind of explaining each track and giving you the photo for it. Kind of just, keep the people interested and, ready for this EP, dog. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I've
it's
been
tight,
reading the
dog.
stories, man. It's solid
Yeah,
job,
yeah.
man. Straight up, Togo.
Yeah, bro. It's those stories, yeah, I get in my feelings sometimes when people ain't like in there looking at it or commenting or giving me likes because it takes some time to actually. I feel like I'm in school writing these things up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You got
Togo.
to sit there and look at this stuff up and write it, and it's going out online too. So you got to make sure you're factual on it. You know what I mean? You can't be putting a bunch of bullshit out there. So,
Nah,
but yeah,
man.
man.
Solid
Oeste
as.
3, dog.
Oeste 3. That's what's up.
Yeah. Blood of an Aztec. It's actually, I have the Blood of an Aztec in the actual Aztec language, but I'm not gonna try to say it and torture it and get yelled at by everybody for not saying it right. So what it stands for is Blood of an Aztec, but on the cover, it's actually written in the Aztec language. So if you know how to speak that, now while I'm getting, to the whole groove of all that, then go ahead and send me a voice tag. Um,
Hey.
say that shit and send it to my page on IG just so I can hear the way it's perfectly said. You know what I mean? But yeah, Blood of an Aztec, LOS 3, The West, presented by your boy Beatz Lowkey on all the masters, all the beats, killing it as usual since LOS the one. So you already know what it is.
Man, Dogo, when I made the beats, I didn't expect you to jump on all of them, but you did.
Bro. Well, I every time when I do these projects with you, it's funny because you ask what style you're going for, like what is it, what's the theme, or and I tell you, and then you'll have shit already you like made, or you'll have shit like going in that direction, and then I'll ask you to add something else. Like I remember I told you I wanted it to be very like Chicano theme, Mexicans, trumpets, all that, and you nailed it, bro. Every time you show me a track, I was like, good lord. And then you just add all the extraness. I remember when you did the Historia track, that one too. Oh no, not the Historia one. Oh yeah, it was the Historia one. And you added that little Aztec whistle in the end. I mean, that's just such little things like that, man, change the track. You know what I mean? So
That's what's up.
yeah, bro. When you hit the nail on the head like that, dog, it's easy to,
Well, that's what I
make
was
a
trying to
dope
do,
ass track.
Doggo. That's what I try to do. I
Yeah,
try to capture that, um, your culture, the sound. I try to really
yeah, yeah,
implement it in your EP, man. But I'm just grateful, bro, that you've chosen all these beats, and because I remember I wrote different titles to the beats, but you've changed it up. Like
yeah.
I did one, I think it was called "See My Mama Cry." I'm sure that's what this,
Oh
but
yeah, yeah.
is that Campesinos?
I didn't know. You know what? I think that was Oeste too. Mama Cry. I think I
Mama
had
Cry.
named it Mama Cry. I think this one I had Killing Fields. I had I had like crazy different names. You know what I mean? I wasn't sure what I was gonna go with it. And then yeah, because I remember one of them it was gonna be all different. But it's kind of just try to go for like a story theme throughout the whole EP.
Yeah, Doggo. I love it, man.
Yeah, it's just
Cause
banging, bro.
I remember
I can't wait to hear.
the first beat that I made for this was Crazy Little Vato, and you actually stuck to that title, and I'm pretty sure you
Yeah,
wrote it about your father, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was not so much, not so really so much about my father, but more so. I mean, yeah, in a way. I mean, it's pretty much based on every in the Chicano culture, man. You got people that live all kinds of different ways, man. But how the way I grew up, a lot of people most of the time when they're in Chicano and they grew up in that kind of lifestyle, they grew up seeing the gang culture. They grew up seeing the street life, especially if they're living in the hood. And I wanted to kind of give this EP not basically on my life, but basically for the person, trying to understand what the Chicano life is. So if I could preach to somebody and tell them like, look, this is what a Chicano lifestyle is, and give it to them in 6 songs, this is what the EP is. And the first
Yeah,
track, I start out with the Crazy Little Vato. Besides the intro, I give you the Crazy Little Vato, and I'm starting it off from like the kid growing up in the hood. Because every time in the hood, and no matter where you're at, like I said in my post, it could be here East Coast, down south, across the seas, over there where you're at. You know what I mean? There's a hood and a ghetto everywhere. And in those hoods and ghettos, there's always gonna be one of those kids that are bad as fuck. You know what I mean? Getting into shit, getting into trouble, getting into gangs. And that song's about that person. It's about that person who's growing up in the hood and gets caught up in just that hood life. You know what I mean? Just because mom's working an extra job and can't be there to watch her kids. She's not a bad mom, but she's got to make the rent. You know what I mean? Homeboy's by himself, little kid growing up, and he's on the streets and he's looking for a father figure because his father's gone because he's got caught up in prison because of street life shit. And it's just typical shit that happens everywhere, not just in one area, but everywhere, all over the world. You know what I mean? So that's what that song is. So the Crazy Little Vato, it's about that kid, growing up in the hood life. So I'm giving you
yeah,
a song based on that. You know what I mean?
yeah, Doggo. Man, I really I'm feeling all the tracks, feeling them all,
Yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
just the way that like I said before, try to capture that sound, for your
Yeah.
culture, really bring it in, and you just came in and just killed it. It's disgusting, bro, what you did.
Yeah, man. It was crazy. I remember when I recorded it too, I was just like, this is gonna be different. You know what I mean? I remember I wanted to try to do different on the hook too. I was trying to come with that old school West Coast shit you would hear from like the old school West Coast artists. And yeah, just try to be different on this one, man. This EP is really different. You know what I mean? It's not your typical let's go cruise down the street and bump this shit while we, having a good time. Like it's more like a lesson teaching you about the culture, but I'm doing it in my art form. You know what I mean? How I like to do art, which is make music. You know what I mean? So if I can make you bob your head and teach you a thing or two about my culture, why the fuck not?
Yeah,
You know what I
man,
mean?
beautiful, Doggo. Man,
For
should we get
sure.
into it? Can I show you what
Let's
I've
get
done?
into it, my G. Let's go.
All right, I'll start off with the intro, bro.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Hey, you want to give a bit of background, or we gonna play it?
Well, you will play it and then I'll give you the background afterward. Let's see how it sounds.
All right, Doggo, let's go.
God damn, it's still hotter than the motherfucker. Hell yeah. You already know how it is out here, my boy. Already be known. Hey, what's up, dog? You trying to get some tacos and shit? Shit. Let's stop right here to my DMs real quick. Check it. Hell yeah, I'm hungry than a motherfucker. Oh, shit. They're already on to somebody. Look at that. Look at that. Man, fuck the police. Hit the gas on them, homie. That's right. That look like your cousin, dog. Damn, I didn't know it was gonna be acting like this. Sounds like they partying like a motherfucker in the back. And the whole block is bumping, homie. Check this out, man. My Thea be old school as fuck. Hey, Thea, I know you in there. I can smell that hairspray from right here.
Hola, mijo.
Damn, Thea, I didn't know it was gonna be cracking like this.
Well, you know how we do it.
Where's shout out to the mom dudes, man. That's the mom dudes right there. Oh, this is my homie.
Welcome to the familia.
All right, let's go to the back. Hey, you brought that fire, right? Oh, yeah, I got that good shit. My Theo be smoking like a motherfucker. I ain't no lie, my G. Hey, primo. Oh, shit. What's up, cuzzo? What's up, big dog? Oh, you know what it is, man. Okay. Just got back from the studio right now. Cooking up that fire. Right. Had to do something up for the culture, you know what I mean? That's right, cuz. A lot of people rapping, but don't know where it come from. Okay. Well, you got something we can listen to right now? Oh, for sure. Give me the aux cord. Let me give you some of that Oeste 3. All right. Check gang, cuzzo. Oeste.
Hell yeah, doggo. Hey, what did you reckon?
That's what's up. That's dope, man. You got everything exactly what I wanted. I remember I told you the way I wanted it was I wanted to start the EP out because it's all about the Chicano shit, you know what I mean? So I wanted it to be like if I was with the homie Hectic, we were driving, which he caught that feeling. We were bumping, driving down the street. And I'm like, yo, you want to go to a party? You know what I mean? Pretty much telling the homie, like, let's go to a party real quick. You know, and I go to my family's house and we roll up and, you know, it's just that normal Friday, Saturday night party, families all over, you know, drinking, partying, listening to the old school shit in the background. I was trying to give you that feel. And anybody who's a Chicano, anybody who knows that lifestyle could listen to that and be like, hey, yeah, that's what it sounds like when I roll up like that. You know what I mean? You roll up to the pad, knock on the door, Thea opens the door, everyone's just in the backyard chilling. You know, you got your one uncle that smokes a lot, your one cousin that listens to all your music. And, you know, you just got people all up in the backyard cooking that carne asada. You already know what it is, man. Everybody knows, man. If you're a Chicano, bro, you Mexican, or you even got homies that are, you know, like that. You rolled with them. You experienced that one time in your life. So I remember I told you that's how I wanted to do it. And you killed it, bro.
Gee.
I don't even know how you thought about adding the people in the bag and then the guy grilling the asada and then and then you did a whole remake of the fucking dun 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 dun. You know what I mean? I caught that. Let's see a lot of people catch that. You know what I mean? You caught that. That was pretty dope, bro. You got the remix of that. So yeah, man, you hit it on the nail, bro, as you always do, dog. Just like you did later on with the Vida one. Just did the same shit, dog. So salute to you, bro, man. That intro is solid, bro. I like that.
Hell yeah. Hey, let's give a little bit of background on the next track before we play it. Crazy Little Vato.
Okay, so Crazy Little Vato, yeah, man, you know what I mean? Just like I was saying earlier, this track it was just pretty much based on the you know, that one kid that grows up in a neighborhood with no father figure, and has a mom that's there that cares about her kids and stuff, but you know, she works difficult hours and long hours and can't be there to raise her son, you know, because she needs to make the rent. And homeboy's just growing up by himself, and dad's gone because he's locked up, and he's just growing up to the lifestyle, being on the street and looking up to the older homies, and those end up being his boys. And he grows up and he just lives the hood life. That's what he's dealt, you know. So the whole song is about, you know, that. I try to give you that story of that young dude that grows up in the hood, you know what I mean, and ends up getting into that lifestyle. And towards the end of the song, I kind of give you the choice that he can make to either, you know, it's not always doomed for him. Like, he could run into a situation where he can get himself out, you know, but, you know, most of the time, you know, when you're young and dumb and don't care like that, you know, you're not going to listen to anybody who tries to tell you, you know, that they've been there before and it's not the, you know, right choice, you know. So it's up to that person, that kid, and, you know, if he gets that opportunity. So the whole objective of the song is to make it out the hood, you know, but will he make it out the hood? And that's what the song's about. Crazy Little Vato, young dude growing up in the hood trying to get out.
And that's what's up, Wes.
For sure.
Man, let's play that.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Oeste. Crazy little vato growing up in the barrio. Pops locked up was a well-known sicario. Mom's blasting the smoke from the glass pipe. So no structure laid out for his young life. In the hood where we stay posted on the block. And every night you hear shots coming from the Glock. Duck low, move away from the windows. Bullets fly every day in the ghetto. Didn't know that I was chillin' with the little homies. You have to set back the hood cause it's mandatory. Never slippin', always gotta get a by stash. Cause them enemies is lurking and they quick to blast. Think of 5-0, always gotta watch your back. The black and white on the gas if you start to lag. This is the story of the youngin' up to no good. And he'd be lucky if he make it out the neighborhood. What you know about life in the body, yo? You either bang for the hood or you on your own. Either way, gotta stand up on your 2 feet. Cause no weakness side of me, gotta keep it G. What you know about life in the body, yo? You either bang for the hood or you on your own. Either way, gotta stand up on your 2 feet. Cause no weakness side of me, gotta keep it G. It's years later and he's fresh out the prison yard. A different mindset, nothing like the younger dogs. But he knows what it's like to be the young homie. So we try to kick knowledge to the little homie. But when you young, you just wanna be the first to shoot. Not knowing that it's coming back to haunt you. Take a life on the streets and it's coming back. It's just the way how it is in this life, Jack. If you live by the gun, you gon' die by it. So make it move it, deal with the consequence. These younger cats feel soft like some tissue. Reaching for the cat every time they face an issue. He can only hope the youngster can see the truth. Cause in these streets, ain't nobody bulletproof. Only few last long enough to tell a story about living in the hood and the streets glory. What you know about life in the body, yo? You either bang for the hood or you on your own. Either way, gotta stand up on your 2 feet. Cause no weakness side of me, gotta keep it G. What you know about life in the body, yo? You either bang for the hood or you on your own. Either way, gotta stand up on your 2 feet. Cause no weakness side of me, gotta keep it G.
This is my favorite part.
What you know about life in the body, yo?
Right here.
Crazy little
Take a
vato.
little bop.
What you know about life in the body,
Life
yo?
in the body, yeah. Hell yeah,
Ah,
bro.
damn, Wes.
Man, it's crazy when you show me the reference and then you show me the master, you know, and then it's like, oh, bro. You would never think there could be so much more difference, but it's all that and extra sounds and all that shit you put. Man, they fucking sound so sick.
Man, that's one thing that I love to do. Like after the vocals all cleaned up and they're mixed, I just love adding all that extra stuff, man. Just to,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it's funny, dog. No diss to anybody, and I think I was telling you this not too long ago, but no diss to anybody, but I heard somebody say that they like doing that to their tracks, and they said, okay, so now when you start hearing people do that shit, remember where you heard it from. That I started that shit. And boy, low key, we've been doing that shit. We've been doing that shit since I met you, dog. We've been doing that shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
since we started doing music, dog, so people been doing that shit since before this year and last year. You know what I mean? It's been in the works. We like to paint pictures over here and tell stories. You know what I mean? So
That's right.
you know,
That's right, Doggo.
we've been doing that.
Yeah, man. It just gives it that little bit more color. Just
Oh yeah, I mean, it really paints a picture in your head, bro. And you hear those things, you can actually like vision it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's one thing when you're visioning what they're saying, but then when you add those sounds to it, have you ever been like when you were in school in class and you read them stories and they talk about thunder and you hear kids playing like the pots and shit for thunder and stuff? I used to see that. I remember you do that in school. It make the story interesting. You know what I mean?
That's it.
It feels real.
That's
So
right.
that's exactly what you did.
Yeah, man. I just love doing it. Now,
Hell yeah.
To me, sometimes it's a little bit overkill, but once I listen to it and the artist is happy, man, I'm good, Doggo. You know what I mean?
Oh no, man, that's dope, man. People started forgetting about that shit. You know what I mean? You don't really hear a lot of people. A lot of people just want clean mixes now,
Yeah.
But nah, you hear the industry, they do it all the time. They always add the extra stuff.
Yeah.
People just look too much for the mixing, the mastering. They try to make the cleanest mix, and that's it.
Yeah, man. It's all about having fun. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's the way I see it.
For sure. I see the same way.
What's this next one?
Let's see.
Oh yeah, and getting back to that crazy little vato.
Uh-huh.
Those trumpets, man. That brass, those
Oh
horns,
yeah.
man. It really captured, the California,
Yeah,
Chicano
yeah. I remember
sound,
when I
man.
told you, like, and you were like, "Yeah, I got these trumpet sounds. I'm gonna fuck with them and this and that." So I was like wondering. I was thinking everything was gonna be on some like El Rey type shit. You know what I mean? So I was like, "How is he gonna make it?" I wouldn't expect some hard ass beat, dude, with those sounds. You know what I mean? So when you did that crazy little when I first heard that beat, bro, I remember I wrote that shit like in 2 days. You know what I mean? Like that shit was easy. And
Yeah,
I could have wrote it faster, but I wanted to take my time with the story. You get what I'm saying? So,
yeah, man.
but yeah, no, that was dope. That beat right there, crazy,
He
crazy little vato, man.
crazy
Make sure
little
you guys check
vato.
this shit out.
Yeah. What's this next one we got? You want to break down the next one?
What
The
is it?
West featuring Hectic, Vida de
Oh, okay,
Barrio.
Barrio. Okay, yeah, yeah, Vida de Barrio. That's the track that I did with the homie Hectic, man. Shout out to my boy Hectic. That's my
Hectic.
brother from another mother, man. That's the homie
Yeah.
right there. Shout out to the homie Hectic again, man. That fool's doing his thing right now.
Hectic.
But yeah, so I got him on the track. I actually was gonna go solo throughout this whole track, but that's my boy, man. He's always on my projects and everything. So I hit up the homie, asked if he'd be down to do like a hook or a verse. And originally he was gonna just do a hook, but then he did his verse, and I told him, you know what, that'd be dope if he did it in Spanish. You know what I mean? Because kind of just want to put the culture in there, the culture's influence. So it'd be dope to have a song where someone raps in Spanish, and homie knows how to rap in Spanish. So yeah, that fool did the lyrics in Spanish, and then half a little bit, like maybe a couple bars in English, and he murked his part. I did my part. Pretty much the song is this. It's about that kid in that hood. So now it's now taking the focus off the kid. We're putting a magnifying glass on the surroundings of that kid, where he's growing up in the hood, and I'm giving you painting a picture for you of what that hood looks like, what that hood life is like. Um, More in depth of what you expect when you go into that spot in that kind of area. If you're not from there, I'm trying to show you, but if you're from there, you can understand everything I'm saying. And the homie saying, we're just painting the picture for you, man. And yeah, that's pretty much what that song's about, man. It's just pretty much that area. Now, it doesn't always necessarily mean it's a bad spot. You know what I mean? In the song, like I said, some people grow up there, and it's great for them. You know what I mean? But when people aren't from that area and they go to that area, to them it's different, and they think it's like, oh my god, you know what I mean? But some people grow up there, and that's life for them. Just like I said in the song, man. From the outside looking in, they might be thinking, God damn, but
Mm.
for the regular person who's staying there, that's just normal day life. You know what I mean? So that's what that song's about. It's about the hood life. You know what I mean? Just being in the hood and what it's like living there. And if you listen to the song, it tells you fact by fact. So
Yeah.
that's the behind the scenes on that track with the homie Hectic. But yeah, man, let's get into that shit. I want
Yeah.
to hear that shit. I haven't
Shout
heard
out to
that one.
Hectic. Hey Doggo, before
Yeah,
we
shout out to my
started, I know that you like you mentioned me in it. So I ended up recording some vocals
no.
for
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Well, like I said in the
it.
intro, I told him how I wanted to. Remember I told you how I wanted to start it. So yeah, I mean, you kind of did the same thing with this track, because I told you what I wanted to do a track about. So you did that. You gave me that hood track, and you gave me like an intro to the beginning, where like if you were to be walking into like the hood,
Yeah.
and you were to see it from a street view walking in. So I was like, oh, it'd be perfect, like if I was talking with coming with Hectic, because he's on the track, and I'm walking with him, and fucking I'm taking Toko I'm taking you to the hood, like, hey man, check it out, like I'm gonna show you what it's like out here.
Yeah.
What I mean? So I'm giving you the Chicano tour of the hood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it got you on the in the beginning of it. So yeah, man, it was tight to get you involved in that shit, man. Kind of
Well,
sound like you right there next to me.
I actually recorded some vocals for it.
Yeah, you
I,
recorded some vocals.
yeah, I don't know if you heard it because I didn't put it on the reference, but I did it on this one on the master.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh shit. Okay, for sure. I didn't know.
But if you want it, we'll keep it on it. If you don't want it, that's all right too. But,
yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Well, let's hear this shit.
Yeah.
I want to hear this.
Let's get into it, man.
Nah, yeah.
Alright, check it out, low key. I'm about to tell you real quick. Yo, what's up, West? This what the block be like on a motherfucking Friday night, my G. It's like a whole cookout on the whole block. Get your tacos right there. There's a paletero, man. You know the when they be eating them corns on TV and shit? Yeah, that's where you get it right there.
Man, my taco got a corn?
You know what you don't know, my G. Hey, yo, Hectic. Let's take the toco to the body, yo, real quick. Side is going up in the body, yo. Respect the people in the hood or inside of yours. OGs tell the story that it's too real. Maxed out for life, or you get killed. See, when I was a youngster, we moved away from the hood. But I remember, man, I couldn't wait to go back to my grandma's. Cause it was just different in the hood, you know what I mean? Life on the block stay lit like the street lights. Police sirens all day, hear it every night. Gunshots in the hood like a doorknock. And when the bees come around, don't type the cop. Little youngsters on the bike like a whole block. And if you're looking up familiar, you're getting shot. The liquor store down the street be the main spot. Nobody outside, homie in the street side. The paleteros, they protected by the homies. And if you cross the line, don't get you show me. Show respect to that old school at old times. And when they told this is good, that's a wise mind. You never good enough to learn, gotta wise up. Growing up in the hood, get you caught up. Take pride where you from and never hold back. This be the life in the hood where I rest at. Sign is going up in the body, yo. Respect the people in the hood or inside of yours. OGs tell the story that it's too real. Maxed out for life or you get killed. See, for an outsider coming in, you might look at the situation and be like, damn. But when you go up in the body, yo, you just look at the homie and say,
Así es la vida, viviendo en el barrio, memorias de oro como centenario, nunca solo, habíamos varios, malditos cholos, vagos y malos, rifando barrio de los 10 años, mi jefita me decía te va a hacer daño, haz caso hijo mío, quítate el baño, no te quiero mirar en la cárcel por años, let that sink in, only the strong survive, ain't no room for no weak men, from the halls to YA to the state pen, free hustle showed us game how to make ends, thank God for all my day watch, amen. Stay loyal to your fan, fuck fake friends. Keep your circle tight, homie, like made man. Much love to all my raza getting paid, man.
Side is going up in the body, yo. Respect the people in the hood or inside of yours. OGs tell the story that it's too real. Maxed out for life or you get killed. Side is going up in the body, yo. Respect the people in the hood or inside of yours. OGs tell the story that it's too real. Maxed out for life or you get killed.
You know what it is, hectic up in this, with my boy
Oeste.
Come on, let's go.
Right here.
Side is going up in the body, yo. Respect the people in the hood or inside of yours. OGs tell the story that it's too real. Maxed out for life or you get killed.
Or you get killed.
Damn! Shout out to Hectic. Shout out to Hectic.
Shout out to motherfucking homie Hectic, man. Hectic killed it. Always kills his shit. Sometimes that fool makes me want to rewrite my shit. Motherfucking the Mexican cocaine up in this motherfucker.
Mexican cocaine.
You know what it is, Hectic. We got love for you, my G. Thanks, man, for killing it, coming and in and killing the track as always, bro.
As always.
That's right, my G.
Man, what do you reckon about it so far? This shit sounding tough,
bro. It's exactly everything I wanted, bro. You know what I mean? The crazy part about it is that right now the Chicano culture is huge. You know what I mean? It's really big over here right now. I know out there in your guys' area, you know, they look at the Chicano culture too. But out here, man, in Japan, a lot of places. I mean, it's always popular in all the other areas. You know what I mean? But like out here, it kind of went away for a little bit. But you know, it's been back for some years now. But now it's getting a big spotlight. So I remember we were gonna release it earlier, and I was worried that maybe it was gonna die down the hype, but it's only gotten more. There's more spotlight. One of the biggest artists right now in Southern California are Mexican artists. You got the black artists that are doing their thing too, but I mean, people are starting to hear the Mexican voice now. They're starting to hear the Chicano rappers that aren't your stereotypical, what you used to hear 10, 15 years ago. It's authentic, good rappers, dope MCs, you know what I mean? It's actually worth listening to now. So, no diss to the other ones, from the past, shout out to Criminal, shout out to Conejo, shout out to, Kid Frost, all the OGs, I used to bump them too, dog. So no diss to the old school Chicano rap. I fuck with them, but there was just a lot of them that just weren't, you know what I mean, coming out with that dope shit, you know what I mean, and good raps and all that, and it's coming back now. So it was dope to do that song and hear all these different songs and bring this culture alive, because it's alive right now, So people should be fucking with this. When we drop this shit, my fucking people, my people, my supporters, the people that fuck with me, the people that fuck with you, but anybody that just fucks with the Mexican culture, bro. You know what's crazy is I just watched a movie called A Million Miles Away on Amazon Prime last night. I watched it last night. And you know what the movie was about? An astronaut, the first Mexican astronaut to go into space that worked for NASA. He was an engineer. His name was Jose Hernandez or some shit like that. And he was the first Mexican artist. And you know where he came from? His background, he was a fucking gardener, bro. And that's the next track, boy.
Wow.
Campesinos, G.
Campesinos.
And that's crazy that it came out like that, you know what I mean? But he was a farmer. His family were farmers in Stockton in Northern California. And yeah, dog, it was crazy. It just gives you his journey of what it was like him growing up and, being that kid that came from Mexico and went to a regular school and had to move from different schools and different places because he didn't, his family had to go wherever the work was, meaning the farming business, it's not all year round. They got to move around to different spots, because some places snows, all the crops die and everything. So they have to keep it moving. And, though finally one time the family just said fuck it, they stayed and didn't move, and the little kid was able to grow up and become something, right? Became a fucking astronaut, you know what I mean? So it's crazy. The reason why I bring that movie up is because there's movies like that now. You didn't see movies like that. You saw them back in the day, but now they're bringing movies. The Hot Cheeto movie that came out, that's about a Mexican who, created the Hot Cheetos, and then they had a comic movie that just came out. I think it's called The Beetle or something like that, and it's about a Mexican kid. Like, it's just huge right now. So I'm glad that this shit sounding the way it's sounding, and we dropped it. When we dropped it, it was meant to drop right now, because right now is when it's hot, and motherfuckers should be grabbing this shit, listening to it, and educating themselves about their fucking culture if they don't know about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, salute, Wes. Salute, though.
So
yeah. And let's get into
that next track, it looks like it. Campesinos, right? That happens to be the next track. So this track right here, this is some real shit. Oh, the homie added the horses up in there. That's right.
West.
Every time I hear the beginning of that beat, it reminds me of cleaning out my closet.
From the lines when you get it right, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers don't want to see that shit.
You hear that sound?
So some motherfuckers duty to put it out like this. Check it. Yeah. Seen it all, see my people working for the low. They in the field making steps, trying to make it grow. Nobody else wanna do the work they do. It's 110 outside, the sun make it worse too. I see the daughter where the mother should have been in school, but money short, help is needed when the rent's due. Time be tough when your mother got no documents, so every day picking fruit really all the risk. See your mind different, gotta do the dirty work, cause white folk they be damned and they knees hurt. Sad truth, they want you out if you go scared. But if you down for little pay, then it's so good. Funny how this country works, run by white folk telling us we don't belong, but US always been home. It's all good if we cooking up your food though. Imagine if my people had enough and really went home. They put us down, but they can never do what we do. My bloodline warriors, we always known to keep it true. We some old days. We stay connected to our roots and our old ways. They put us down, but they can never do what we do. My bloodline warriors, we always known to keep it true. Read them books, nothing changed since the old days. We stay connected to our roots and our old ways. Imagine waking up, the sun ain't even out. Barely making enough to cover rent, now you're feeling down. The life's a privilege when you barely making ends meet. Pain in your hands and feet, feeling like you in defeat. There ain't a choice though, gotta keep the paper coming. Cause bills stacking up high till they hit the ceiling. This is modern day slave work, nothing less. And once you understand that, it's hard to digest. They take advantage of the hard work my people do. Not just that, but even you when you ain't got the tools. Who else you know outside trying to find some work? And who the last white guy you seen shovel dirt? You see my point, it's the brown to make the world spin. Without us, they wouldn't know where to begin. That be some truth for the ones that think they got it tough. If you ain't living like they living, you ain't living rough. They put us down, but they can never do what we do. My bloodline warriors, we always known to keep it true. Read them books, nothing changed since the old days. We stay connected to our roots and our old ways. They put us down, but they can never do what we do. My bloodline warriors, we always known to keep it true. Read them books, nothing changed since the old days. We stay connected to our roots and our old ways. Oeste. They put us down, but they can never do what we do. My bloodline warriors, we always known to keep it true. Read them books, nothing changed since the old days. We stay connected to our roots and our old ways.
Beautiful, Doggo. Deep, meaningful.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is in that verse,
what's
I
up.
said something like, they take advantage of the work that my people do, but not only them, even you when you ain't got the tools. Man, I'm talking to my people, man. I'm talking about like when you see, because, some of our people, they get lazy and don't become like those hard workers like hard people used to be. And they go and they get our own people to come and help them move their house. Or, when we ain't got the tools, we're calling the Mexicans to come help, cut their lawn and cut their yard, and they're Mexican, you know what I mean? So it's like, you don't even realize it, man, but it's not just the white people taking advantage of them. It's our people too now, because you're starting to get adjusted to that lifestyle, and forgetting where you come from. So I thought that was a powerful bar right there, a powerful line actually. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to
The whole
highlight
thing,
that. That shit
Doggo.
was pretty dope.
Love the whole
Yeah,
story.
yeah, yeah, man. It's crazy that that I see that I seen that movie, and as soon as I seen that movie, I was like, damn, that's crazy. I'm about to release this EP, and I got a song called Campesinos, and it's about him. It's about a kid that grew up from a farming family and moved up north to do farming, and he went to school and always was smart and just became something, you know what I mean? And it's funny because when you're watching in the movie in the beginning, there's a part where, his father parks right in front of the fields early in the morning with all the kids, because he took all the kids with him that in the morning. And he was just like, you see that life out there, like that's your future, like that's your life. Because in those times they just, the they weren't giving Mexicans jobs, and they were coming from Mexico, and life was just rough, especially up there. Those were the only jobs they had around. And those are crazy jobs. You don't know anything about the farm workers, man. Look that shit up, and you'll trip out, man. It's crazy shit was going on in the fields, man. Getting low pay in the sun. It's hot as fuck. They're in there from early mornings to later in the evenings, on their knees picking. That's a rough job to have. You know what I mean? I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, because I'm familiar with a little bit of your culture, Toko. So I know what those people, what the British did to y'all, just like what the Spaniards did to us. But that's on the next track. I won't speak too much on that yet.
Yeah. What's that one? Historia.
Yeah, Historia.
We gonna bang that.
Yeah, let's bang that. We'll talk about that afterwards.
Actually,
this is self-explanatory. Or what's that? What are you
oh
thinking?
yeah. We can play it and you can break it down.
All right.
It's up to you, man.
You know what? No, let me talk about it real quick.
Yeah.
So the Historia track is obviously stands for history. I'm giving you so like the first song was Crazy Little Vato, kid growing up in the hood. And then the second song, Vida de Barrio, it was the him giving you the magnifying the life in the hood, but not so much of the kid's story or where he comes from and how his life is. Just giving you the story of the life in the hood. Then the third track, or the third track was I believe this one, the Campesinos one, it's about the farm workers. So I'm giving you that some of these people that live this life in this hood, you know, they got nowhere else to go. They're barely making rent. And a lot of these fools, you know, a lot of these people actually, they work in the fields, you know, they work, they're hard workers though, the Mexican people. So I wanted to do a song and shed some light on that. You know what I mean? As far as our people, we're hard workers, you know, they don't get enough, um, I can't think of the word, but acknowledgement or whatever, you know what I mean? They don't get enough props for the work that they put in, you know what I mean? And they deserve more money. They deserve
Right.
a lot of shit, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things that they don't get, there's insurance benefits, whatever it is. But yeah, I wanted to shed light. So that was that one. And then Historia, I wanted to give you the story of why our people are known to be those kind of people. We're known to be hard workers. Where does it come from? Where do the Mexican people come from? So I wanted to give you some insight, which some people do, but you know it's crazy. I've asked people in my family, do they know the story or how they became Spanish and all that, or they don't know. A lot of them don't know, and they're from there. They're from the country. So I thought this is a story that everybody fucking knew, but apparently a lot of people don't know, you know. So just like the Nike Cortez, you know, I can get into that story too, my G. And that's another crazy thing. That's all about the Spaniards when they took over and all that stuff. Cortez, last name, that's Cortez. That was the guy that took over. You know, he came with the Spaniards. So this track is basically telling you the history of where we come from. In the first verse, it's talking about the Aztecs, who they were as people, what they were known for. And there's so much that I could put, but there's only so much I could put in 16 bars. So I'm giving you the, you know, where they come from as far as who we are as people, our bloodline, like, you know, giving you some insight on that. And then on the second verse, I give you a little insight on what happened to the bloodline, why those people are not around anymore, and how we're living the way we are now, which is, you know, this American life. But, you know, if it wasn't for Cortez coming and doing what he did and taking over like that, who knows what would have happened with, you know, the culture, you know. Um, Now it's been 5,000 years, you know, so the blood's all mixed up now, you know what I mean? So back then we were native indigenous people, and now we're just mixed with Spaniard blood. And you know, it's crazy, you know. In the second verse I explain that, I talk about that, you know, I talk about the betrayal and how they took over our land and pretty much made us live their lifestyle, you know. Catholic become the religion. We weren't doing religion, you know. We prayed to the sun gods and, you know, to the skies and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right,
And they
though.
came and pretty much, yeah, they came and pretty much just made us live like that. Kind of like, I mean, 'cause the same story that you hear all the time, you know, what the British did to y'all, what the Spaniards did to us, what the Pilgrims did to the Indians, you know, like seemed like one big plan. If you was white, take over the color, you know what I mean? So the song Historia, bro, is about the Aztec, my people, the blood of an Aztec. That's where we come from. So, yeah, whether you're Chicano, Mexican, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying we're all like, but we all come from that bloodline of Aztec. If you're Mexican, you know, some sort Mexican, you're coming from that bloodline. Where we're at exactly, that's, you know, you would have to look on your roots to figure that out. But my family comes from Zacatecas. My mom, she was born there. You know, my
Right.
grandparents were from there. There was an actual tribe that was around that area, which was the Chichimeca tribe, which is actually what I actually have on the cover art. You know, I wanted him to resemble that kind of tribe Indian in there. That's why that one doesn't look like your typical Aztec warrior you would see on the calendars when you see them at stores and shit. But yeah, man, Historia. That's what's up with this track.
Yeah.
Let's see what it is.
West. Yeah. Check. El Oeste. Motherfuckers act like they know the shit, you know what I mean? Gotta read between the lines, motherfucker. Check. Wanna know the culture? You gotta take it way back to the days of my people and the cold facts. We was Aztecs and ruled all across the land. If you were different, your body for the lines of land. No remorse when it came to our enemies. If you a different tribe, never be a friend of me. See, it's been like that since day one. Navigate the days by the shadows of the sun. We were known for the hard work and long nights, and they was ready for the battle if they must fight. An Aztec never show no fear. Same rules that apply if you hit the top tier. The writing on the wall said a whole story. How the Spanish turned snake just the whole glory. So excuse me if I frown upon your white skin. Only God can forget for their past sins. Act like they know, but they barely know the history. About the lies and the way how they fake the peace. Pointing fingers like we the ones that did wrong. When it was y'all with the wicked shit all along. Act like they know, but they barely know the history. About the lies and the way how they fake the peace. Pointing fingers like we the ones that did wrong. When it was y'all with the wicked shit all along. I'm not just showing love to a stranger, giving them a place to stay with no danger. Then they turn their back and take lives. Eventually they be the reason for the lost lives. Then they come back once they wiped out and had the nerve to claim land, man, that shit wild. What it goes on, religion being forced down, and now the way how you talk being changed. As time pressed on, we was all mixed. Clear blood became tainted with a new fix. Now we living, speak like the new kids. Pray to God while we grip on the crucifix. We was one state of force in a new race. After blood, now we looking through a white face. It's just a taste of my past and my bloodline. Another culture like mine you will never find. They act like they know, but they barely know the history. About the lies and the way how they fake the peace. Pointing fingers like we the ones that did wrong. When it was y'all with the wicked shit all along. They act like they know, but they barely know the history. About the lies and the way how they fake the peace. Pointing fingers like we the ones that did wrong. When it was y'all with the wicked shit all along. They act like they know, but they barely know the history. Oeste.
Historia, el Oeste.
Laying them facts down for my peeps, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's how we had to do it, dog. That's how we had to do it. You know, it's crazy. The story behind all that, man, if you look it up, it's just crazy. It's wild, bro, you know? And I always thought it was like a 3-day process. Nah, man, this shit was like months, bro. When they took over, it took like it was like a 4 or 6 month process that they did, you know? They took over each tribe section by section, you know, actually got help from the other tribes, you know, that weren't fucking with the Aztecs, you know what I mean? So they had to have help, and they almost got caught. When all this shit went down, they almost got caught by the Aztecs, but somehow they were able to escape, and when they escaped, they got away. But yeah, man, they almost got caught, bro. They almost got caught and almost didn't make it back. But you know, they had to fight their way back to their ships. You know, real quick, you know, there was this city in Mexico. It was like a lake, and what they did was they built a bridge from one side that reached to the middle of the city, and then the bridge to the other side. So the only way you could get into the city where the pyramids were in Mexico City, where the Aztecs were living in, was this bridge. It was one bridge, you know, this long bridge that went this way and long bridge that went that way. And then it reached in the middle of the city that they made, you know. And yeah, I don't want to get too into it, but Spaniards had to leave in the middle of the night, bro. You know, they had the fucking they had the chief in you know, like a hostage situation, and then they had actually killed them, and then they had to leave in the middle of the night, and they almost got caught. There almost wasn't a story of them Cortez taking over, but fortunately, I guess it was meant to be in some kind of weird way. So yeah, he got away, but yeah, that whole story, bro. That should be a movie, dog. They came out with Apocalypto, but Apocalypto was a little false on the facts. So, and they focused more on the Mayan tribe. But yeah, man, that's a movie just waiting to get created, dog. Someone wants to put all that money into it. That'll be hard ass movie. They'll get a lot of money for that shit. Guarantee it. Especially right now. Strike with an iron top, my boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Doggo.
So I think the last track, what is it? Is El Rey? No?
Yeah, El Rey.
Yeah. So yeah, I remember that track. I think that was the first track we did. No?
Yeah, that was the first track we did for this. The
Yeah.
Oeste 3.
Now this one, the Historia track, I remember the Historia track was more so that was like the last one that we had already talked about because we did El Rey and then you gave me the beats after for the other ones and then I kind of did those ones and El Rey was the first one done because I was gonna do a video which I ended up doing, which is on Instagram right now and YouTube. But on the release of the EP, I'm gonna reshare the video with the post with an actual cover photo for that song as well. I'm gonna reshare it on Friday. So not only is the EP gonna be released, but I'm gonna reshare the video, put that back out there so people can actually check it out. That was part of the EP. So yeah, man, that song we did because at that time it was a big topic going around of who was the Chicano of who was the king of Chicano rap. And people were starting to say, everybody was saying that they were them. So everybody was taking their turn saying, oh, I'm the king of Chicano rap, you know? And honestly, I'm not saying I'm the king of Chicano rap or anything like that, but, you know, everybody was running with that shit. So I gave a track, you know, I put my track out there to pretty much say, like, you know, I'm running this shit. You know what I mean? I'm a Chicano, I rap, so fuck it. I hopped on that shit and just, you know, murdered that shit. And it's like a boxing type field track. And I actually had my little cousin and he's a pro boxer. So we went to his gym and filmed the whole boxing theme and got, you know, behind the scene footage of my cousin, you know, doing some boxing shit with my brother. And we repped his brand. His brand is called Killers Only. So, you know, I repped his brand and, yeah, man, just did a video, had some family involved. It was all my family in the video. So it was a dope little track to do. Kind of like, you know, say I'm the king of this rap. The song's called El Rey. So kind of pretty much self-explanatory. And, you know, just did my thing on that one. The video's dope. The track is dope. I have heard this one. I haven't heard the other ones. Well, until right now. But, man, this one was a dope track, man. This one was a cool track to do. And ended the EP with this track because it's just, you know, it was about a topic at that time, but the topic's still going around to this day, you know what I mean? So everyone got the right to say that they're the best and they're the king of something, so fuck it. You know what it is.
Yeah.
The West, boy, you know what it is, man.
West,
We out here
El
killing
Rey.
shit. El Rey.
El Oeste. Let's go.
West.
Una morena me dijo, una morena me
El
dijo,
Oeste.
una morena me dijo que la llevara a Camapá.
Everybody talking king, but you want no throne. You gotta build it from the bottom, so it be your own. It's your heavy, the boy that they call Willow West. The game need to live, you face for the hand there. Spit flame, there's no lie, I'm too flame. I've been game, there's grade A, there's propane. I'm insane, like 2-3, that's AJ. Claim to be the king, but your name on no way. Just live up to the top, y'all just really getting halfway. I lay them down where they stand, that's how I play. I earned stripes, paid dues, and stayed humble. But I be damned if I watch my own kind crumble. If it's a war, we get a lead, that's a no fact. So if you not that, homie, better fall back. The more play nice, gotta take the trash out. If you ain't with the standing, homie, then you stand down.
Una morena me dijo, una morena me dijo, una morena me dijo que la llevara a Camapá.
See the moral to this rap is I'm sick of all the whack shit. Give a mic to 10 people, now they all spit. They all beat, tell lies and act tough. But no love in the city where they rest up. First go from the judge, how you hold your ground. If you can't last doing that, why you chase the crown? I'ma just hold it down till I hang 'em up. And ain't no telling what is that, so better buckle up. Cause y'all in for a ride if you catch my way. Have a yelling out when you hear me play. That can I wanna spit, I can hold it down. Best believe do it right when it's for the brown. So in or it's nothing when it comes to me. So take your time before you think about approaching me. I'm the uno and the juego, better follow me. That's number one in the game if you follow G.
Una morena me dijo, una morena me dijo, una morena me dijo que la llevara a Camapá.
El Oeste.
Una morena me dijo, una morena me dijo,
West.
una morena me dijo que la llevara a
That's what's up, Wes.
Hey, dog, you know what's
Wes.
crazy is I remember when you showed me the sample of this fucking song. I was like, how the fuck did this fool create this shit? Like, it's crazy. Like, the little part that you took and then you
Yeah,
just
man.
fucking crispied it, man.
No,
Yeah,
but I remember
bro.
doing it on the spot. I found
Yeah,
like a sample, and I was like, man, we'll use. I
yeah.
didn't even know what he was saying, man, but I just took that a little part and just
Yeah, it was like a black and white video of them playing the mariachi, right?
just
That's
sampled
crazy,
that. That was
bro.
it. It was it, and we turned it into. I know we named it a few other names, but I'm glad we went with El Rey, bro,
Yeah, alright, the king.
the king.
Yeah,
Man, what do you
yeah,
reckon? What do you
hell yeah,
reckon, Doug? What do you reckon about the EP, man?
man. Like I said, bro, the EP's dope, dog. It was exactly what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Um, you don't want to feed them too much. 16 tracks of fucking Chicanoism, because people get mad when you like just keep force feeding them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was perfect. 6 tracks, intro, give you that taste of what it's like to be in a Chicano lifestyle, going to a family house, and then break it down pretty much. The little kid, the life in the hood, you know, what some of these what some of these Mexicans, do for work, and it's not just farming, man. It's construction work, it's cement work, roofing, all the jobs that people don't like doing. You know what I mean? All the crazy hard, stand in the sun and back breaking work. You know what I mean? You see people that are 50, 60 still pushing, doing that shit. You know what I mean? And it's all about that. I just use the farming one because that's one of the big ones still to this day. That need a shed, need light shedded on. So it was exactly what I wanted, man. Give a little lesson and rep for the culture, bro. That was the whole point.
Mm.
And as far as the cover goes too, man, that's what I wanted. I wanted the picture of an Aztec stepping on a Spaniard helmet, and showing like, because my family, where they come from in Zacatecas, the tribe that ran in that areas was the Chichimeca tribe, and when I looked at the Chichimeca tribe, they were the only tribe out of all the tribes of the Aztec. Um, they were the only tribe that did not back down to the Spaniards. They fought till death. Out of all the, I don't know. I mean, that's what I read. It said that all the other tribes pretty much, like, I'm not gonna say they bow down, but they were taken. But the Chichimeca tribe were like, fuck that. You ain't taking us over. Like, you fighting us till death. So, if you're gonna take us over, you gotta kill us. You know what I mean? So, I thought that was such a sick thing that I read, and I was like, yo, I want a Chichimeca warrior standing over a Spaniard helmet. Like, yeah, it's got the best of you, pretty much. Represent. As as you see on the cover, man, it's gruesome. You see the skull of a Spaniard with the helmet right next to it, and the warrior just standing over it, like, "What's up, Oeste 3, blood of an Aztec?" You know what it is?
Lot of a
Killed it, my boy Beatz Lowkey, man.
Yeah, dog.
Always killing it with the beats, my G.
Thank you, dog.
Always nailing it, always killing it, dog. Shout out to you, dog. Without you, bro, I don't even know where my music would be right now. Like, we're already on the fourth installment of the Oeste. You know what I mean? We've already knocked out a track or two on that shit. You know,
Should we give him a
man,
little
you know what I
something?
mean?
What do you reckon?
Hey, dog, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm waiting, you know what I mean? You want to give a little Sam, it's all
Yeah,
good. I'm with
yeah.
that.
Hey, let's
You
just
know what I
do it.
mean? We giving, hey, for anybody who watches this shit, now you guys gonna be able to get a little sneak peek of the LOS to 4. You're gonna hear this shit anywhere else. So, um, yeah, this track right here. Should I give him the theme of the and everything? Kind of talk about the EP, what it
Yeah,
is that we're
man.
doing.
Go for it, though.
All right, so first, we kind of go through the LOS that one had like a theme. LOS that two, was kind of just more so a collaboration theme, fucking with my polys, my Polynesians, my Maoris and Tongans and Samoan, people out overseas. And, so that was LOS at 2. And LOS at 3 was about the culture, you know what I mean? about the Mexican culture, Chicano culture, and so this one I wanted to. After talking with Lowkey, we just were like, yeah, let's do one about your life, like because where I exceed at in my raps is when I speak on, not saying that shit's not all of it's not real, but when it's story based, when you gotta like paint pictures and stuff like that, that's where I exceed the most, I believe, in my raps. A lot of people tell me they like hear when I do songs like for my dad, my mom, or when I talk about certain situations and shit. Like those are the best ones. So Lowkey was like, you should do one about your life, start from like a baby, like or however you want to do it. But so I told him, I was like, all right, I think I'll just start from like when I was a kid or a baby and just kind of go through the stages of my life in a quick little EP with the intro and kind of go through it like that, kind of bring some like those beats feels from back then, but make it modernized. And the intro is crazy too, man. We this was already been working on the intro, man. That shit's crazy. But bro, the first track, we called it Awake for right now. It might change, it might not, but the track was called Awake, and it's on fire.
So this is
So
this is Oeste 4, right?
Oeste 4. No, not knowing when this shit's gonna drop. We're gonna take our time with this, make this shit sound perfecto, man. But yeah, Oeste 4, man. It's gonna be called Mi Vida, my life. So it's gonna be called Mi Vida, the West, Oeste 4. And this is the first track after the intro. When you guys hear the intro, and then the intro that comes into this beat starting off, man, it's sick. It's dope. The homie always kills it when it comes to doing those extra sounds and all that. So you guys are in for a treat on this one, man. I think this is gonna be the best intro.
Hey man, we just painting pictures. That's all we're doing.
Hey man, painting pictures, dog. I'm gonna call you Earl Shine. Look, yeah. But yeah,
all right, man.
Let's see what's up.
Let's do it. Yeah. Yeah, man, I was just trying to capture that sound again, West. Bringing those that brass back in, that horn, and yeah, even with that synth, old school West Coast shit. All right, let's go, man. Awake. West.
When I first woke, way before Young West learned to even smoke. On my grind, cause she looking at her firstborn. That be a bone that can never ever be torn. I see the clouds outside try to bring the rain, but they didn't know that I was born just to bring the pain. Pops looking over shoulder, got a deck of cops. Cause he's a victim of a crime they ain't have it caught. In the valley where we stay, mama stack chips. This life hard when you're single, when you pay rent. Papa outside, rollin' with the gang bangers. Doing tax for the homies, they some real members. That was right in my days when I was growing up. I got the pictures where the homies throwing pieces up. That was 80 shit, living in the hardest times. Now you know why the West got the hardest rhymes. I was trouble since a young buck, life full of bad luck. And I hold my weight till the rough to get too fucked. Get it on my own, I'm a product for the struggle. Them better ways to live and try to get to how to hustle. I was trouble since a young buck, life full of bad luck. And I hold my weight till the rough to get too fucked. Get it on my own, I'm a product for the struggle. Them better ways to live and try to get to how to hustle. The year was 94 when the ground started shaking. These motherfuckers wasn't ready for the West awakening. They said it's centered in the valley, better buckle up. Like the story, when I tell it, I ain't sucker up. It's still crazy in the streets, remember even worse. The H moving in, bodies leaving in a hearse. It's funny how they turn their head just to make bread. But that be Uncle Sam, homie, I ain't brain dead. I got fam that was victims to the ODs. We still love, pay respects to the OGs. Those are wild times living in the 9-0. Where the biggest gang around with the 5-0. We walked away when the Jakes start to ask questions. We ain't never seen shit serving up a prende. That's the Vida I was living as a youngin', know me. We are not the same boy, but it get to know. Trouble since a young buck, life full of bad luck. Hang out on my way to the road to get too fucked. Getting out my own, I'm a product of the struggle. Them better ways of living, trying to get to how to hustle. I was trouble since a young buck, life full of bad luck. Hang out on my way to the road to get too fucked. Getting out my own, I'm a product of the struggle. Them better ways of living, trying to get to how to hustle. Hustle.
And then you hit him again, you're like, what's up? Let me hear it. Bad luck. How to hustle.
Damn, West.
Yeah, we killing
Damn,
it, dog.
Doko.
That's what it is, my G. That's what it is. We killing this shit, my boy. You know how it is. Every EP, every single. You know what I mean? We just been killing them, bro. 3 EPs in. Going on the 4th one. Got an EP with Hectic. Technically 5 EPs. We just killing it. And singles galore. You know? Man. That's how we do. We just kill shit.
That album, man.
Yeah, there it is. The West is Hectic. That's what the homie Hectic. You find that on all platforms, man. The West is Hectic. Fucking killing shit on there. All those videos, most of those videos on YouTube too. So you just type in the West and Hectic, man, it's all gonna pop up. I believe 4 of those tracks or 6 of those tracks are on your beats, and then one's on the homie Chops and somebody else, some other beat. But most of those beats are yours on that EP right there. I think it's an 8-track, right? 8 tracks? I believe so.
8. Yeah.
Yeah, 8. Yeah.
Man, it's still in the plastic and
man.
all.
Yeah, it's still in the plastic. The homie still got it in the plastic. If you want it, you know, it's gonna cost you probably about $250. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
The homies got the last one wrapped up. I got some right now, but they about to go out to Japan. Somebody bought some from Japan, so I got them right here ready to go out. I'm just waiting for the money to clear on PayPal, and then fucking they get shipped out to Japan. Some dude bought like 10 of them, so those are the last ones I had. Yeah, so you know they're gonna be listening to our shit out there.
Hell yeah, because I know there's a market out in Japan.
Oh yeah,
the West Coast.
there, Vietnam.
They love you know, the LA gang culture.
Yeah, big time. They're a little too crazy. Like be putting the tattoos and everything. Like yikes! Some of those tattoos you earn out here. You know what I mean? But they doing the same thing. But you know they're doing it in good in good love. You know what I mean? They're not trying to mock. They just love the culture, bro.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they love the culture. I love the culture, man.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I trip out all the time on you, dog. You be knowing everything, dog. Besides the accent, you know what I mean? Besides the accent, dog, yeah, it's like you out here, dog. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny? You know what's funny, Doko? Like when I talk to artists, like this is any artist I talk to, they usually think I'm from LA. Like, hey, bro, whereabouts in LA are you? I'm like, nah, man, I'm out in Queensland. You know, I'm out in the Switch.
Yeah. They trip out.
They trip, man. Well, hell yeah, Doko.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do tonight, man?
Not much, bro. Just working on some shit. I had some shit I gotta do. I'm working on another EP. I have fucking this EP and like 3 other EPs, but one's done. I need to get it mastered, and I have another one with the homie, and that one is 1 song away. I gotta record it tonight, and only 1 song, and it's a wrap. That EP's done. That's 6 tracks. That's the homie P Dubs, and then And then I got one more in the EP. That's the other homie. I still got to finish a couple songs on that one. But man, we got shit lined up.
Yeah.
For Oeste 3 ready to go. You know what I mean?
When
So
does it drop?
that drops this Friday, March 1st.
Well, I'll send you the masters straight
2024.
after this.
All right, cool. Hell yeah.
I'll send you the.
Hell yeah. And then we'll show and then we'll upload it and everything. So yeah, man, March 1st, 2024. That's March 1st. Make sure you guys go out there, stream that shit, play that shit, download that shit, share that shit. If you for the culture, man, you represent for your culture and you down with the Chicano culture, man, you gonna fucking show some love and just give it a play. You know, it's only 15 minutes. If you go to the gym, that's half your 30-minute walk. You know what I mean? That's your little stay in the sauna. You know what I mean? So 15, 20 minutes, bro. If you can give me that, man, that'd be dope. You know, I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
March 1st.
March
Cause
1st.
Oeste 3. We're about to rip it.
Beautiful, Doko.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Man, I'm about to go eat, Doko. Gonna go have something to eat,
All right.
man.
For sure.
Yeah. But
That's
thank
what's
you.
up.
Thank you for tonight, man. I appreciate the session. I'm gonna send you those masters straight away.
All right.
And then yeah, man. Looking forward to the 1st March.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Doko.
You know what it is, my boy.
Lahiata, Doko.
Salute.
Okay, Doko.
Lahiata, my G.
Yeah.
Peace.
Pues.
Pues.